Within you is an inner sanctum where thoughts arise, untouchable, untempered, and unseen by any but your spirit and the one who formed it. Elon Musk and his Neuralink concept cannot touch your inner sanctum. While thinking is the hardest work there is, most people do not engage in it. This was an insight given by Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors, long ago, about the year 1922. This insight is very clear to me. It tells that you may have a lot of information or knowledge stuck in your head or in your brain, but yet you do not think, because there is no human being that do not have some information or knowledge in their head, even though it varies to different degrees. The words of Winner Ehad really changed my perspective when he said, until what is significant is created by you, you aren't living your life. You are living some inherited life. Those words changed my perspective and I began to see things differently. When you think, you will definitely generate thoughts in the form of ideas that are different from the conventional information or knowledge. When you begin to think, you will start questioning everything, because you are trying to generate knowledge that will break you out from that cycle of inherited life. When you start questioning everything, you will generate unique thoughts that will come on their own. The thoughts might not come immediately. Thinking is actually a special gift to humanity. When you begin to think, you will live and experience life in a profound way. The words of Winner Ehad actually made me to start living by my own thoughts, and I wrote this book. You can download a digital copy on Sila. I put the link in the description below. All the conventional information or knowledge available today were generated by people who think. They didn't get it from what were available in the outside. They generated it from the inside. If thinking is the process of generating thoughts, you can activate thinking by questioning, and the answers might not come immediately. That is what actually made thinking the hardest work, because you could spend a lot of time trying to think and the result won't come. You cannot predict when the result will come. The result could come anytime, even when you are sleeping, or when you are walking on the street, or when you are in the washroom, or when you are taking your dinner or your lunch or whatever. So the result of thinking might not come at the time you initiated it. You could say people think when they analyze the information or knowledge they have to make a decision. That is a conventional way of thinking, which everyone knows. My idea of thinking has changed from that conventional perspective. Analyzing information or knowledge you accumulate to make a decision is a proper way of living some inherited life of others, because those information or knowledge were generated by people who think. If neural links replace mobile devices, as Elon Musk is predicting that human beings will use their thoughts to control devices, what will actually happen? Is it going to affect thinking? My take is that it will not affect thinking, and I will tell you why. If neural links replace mobile devices and human beings flow with it, it will not affect thinking, because thinking generates thoughts. So, if you do not think to generate thoughts, you cannot control devices. It is unfortunate to say this now that some people in their entire life struggle to remember information or knowledge they stuck in their head and they call it thinking. That is not thinking. By thinking, you should be able to generate unique thoughts on your own. That is why your thinking pattern makes you different from your next door neighbor. Actually, your thinking pattern makes you unique. As you think in your heart, that is how you are. It is not the information or knowledge you stuck in your head. The brain is receiving information or knowledge from two ends. Receiving information or knowledge from the outside world and store it as memory, and also receiving information or knowledge generated from thinking. That one insight that you generated from thinking is what makes you different. The interesting thing about your thinking and your thoughts is that within you is an inner sanctum where thoughts arise, untouchable, untempered, and unseen by any but your spirit and the one who formed it. So, Neuralink can only make use of your thoughts but cannot affect your thinking.